This is Luciana Schaefer with Marabella Commercial Finance, and I'm here with Chris Marabella.
Hi, Luciana.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you? It is Wednesday, September 19th, and we are here for the Western Division ICSC convention. How did you get involved in financing net properties?
Well, originally we got involved with doing a lot of Safeway stores back in the 70s. Then we kind of evolved into doing a lot of the Kragen stores, which is now O'Reilly's. I think we did 15 Kragens. We've done quite a few of the Jack in the Box properties, KinderCare properties, and now we're really focusing on doing a lot of the Walgreen stores, CVS stores. With the graying of America, the demographic trend, a lot of the baby boomers are retiring. They're going to need pharmaceutical goods. So we see this market, and our lenders see this market is a growth market and a good and an excellent trend going forward. Walgreens and CVS have investment grade bond rating. So with our CMBS lenders, life companies, banks, they really enjoy those type of transactions, as well as the buyers that we're dealing with that are our borrowers.
Sounds like you have a good niche.
Yeah, it keeps us busy.
That's good. Who is the most common client that you deal with in net leasing?
In the net lease space?
Yes.
Right now, Luciana, the 1031 exchange client is probably the client that we deal with 9 times out of 10. And it's probably someone between 40 to 80 years old. They've owned apartments that are high maintenance, high management involved properties. And they want to retire. They want to enjoy life. They want to travel. They want to cash flow, but they don't want to have all the headaches that you have with apartments. Managing tenants, fixing plumbing, and collecting rent. With this, it's kind of a coupon clipper. It acts like a bond, but it's a real estate, and it meets the 1031 exchange requirement.
Yes.
And if it's a good lease, triple net lease, Walgreens, CVS, Jack in the Box, or whoever, they take care of the insurance, the taxes, and the maintenance of the building. So we'll put a loan on these properties, and then after the mortgage payment will be deposited into this client's account, and that client can access that anytime. And it's normally with the 1031 buyers, they have to close in 180 days, and they can identify 3 properties. So a lot of these 1031 clients are coming to us because they know we're responsive, and we are very organized. We can jump on their loan very quickly, give them a lot of different options, and manage the whole process of trying to get a loan approved and close that loan.
Well, it's important you're organized in these deals then.
Yes, that's probably 90% of it is we're organized and the client is organized with us. We'll keep the client very organized.
That's good. What type of lending sources are you dealing with this time?
Right now we're dealing with life companies, we're dealing with banks, we're dealing with CMBS lenders, and it really depends on the best type of loan for the client and the use. If it's a pharmacy or an auto parts store or a gym, it really depends on the use to determine which kind of lending source we'll go to.
Okay, sounds good. What other costs are associated with these types of loans?
I mean, normally we're really trying to minimize the cost for our clients. Regarding, you have the environmental report. We'll try to piggyback off an existing environmental report if we can do that to save the client money. If we can't do that, then you're looking at about $18,000 to $2,000. We also have the appraisal.
What does that cost?
Appraisal's normally running, $4,000 to $5,000, and pretty much any type of lender out there is going to require an appraisal. There's direct lender fees. Some lenders don't charge anything. I mean, I've seen direct lender anywhere from $0 to $25,000. It just depends on which lending source you're dealing with and how much negotiation is involved between the buyer's attorney and the lender's attorney on the loan docs. If we ran into some kind of issue with the SNDA, the estoppel, the insurance. So direct lender legal really isn't capped, and it can vary. There's other costs like title, escrow. Some states have mortgage tax. Sometimes there's processing fees. It really depends on the transaction of what kind of cost you're going to encounter on the transaction.
How long does it take to approve and close a CVS, Walgreens, or one of these deals?
Well, I mean, typically we just closed, I think, 3 or 4 Walgreens in the first and second quarter of 2012. Those transactions were averaging about, 48-day start to finish closing. Each transaction is unique in itself because, again, there may be certain things that you run into one transaction that you don't on another. So you may have one transaction that closes very quickly or is approved very quickly, and another one may take a little more time if you run into some issues with title, SNDA, insurance, loan docs, negotiation between the buyer and the seller. But we really pride ourselves, again, to fast track the transactions as fast as possible to benefit the client if they're in a 1031 exchange, and to benefit that seller. He wants to get rid of that property as quick as he can. He doesn't want to tie his property up for a long time. So we're going to go as fast as possible and try to be as efficient, effective, and organized to benefit both the borrower and the seller and all the agents involved in the transaction.
Great. So then how would you structure that lease loan for one of your clients?
The main thing I do is really try to probe with that client and to find out what their objective is. Is this for their children? Is this for themselves to have a retirement that's comfortable, where again they can travel, where they have some cash flow to depend on? What is their objective of doing this? Do they want a fully amortizing loan where they don't have a balloon in the 10th year? So we basically probe with the client and find out what's best for the client, and then structure a loan to meet their specific needs.
And that's really important, because I've heard a lot of times that people put their clients into loans where they really shouldn't be into.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, they're going into, they're being pushed to give loans that really don't meet the client's parameters and needs, which is no benefit to the client. They're just trying to make commissions instead of trying to look after the best interest of the client.
So where do you see pricing in the capital markets for CVS, Walgreens, 7-Eleven, and
right now
other
for
big box
right now for Walgreens and CVS, we're right around, I would say, 4 to 4.5% to our CMBS lenders.
Okay.
That's for a 10-year fixed rate loan, 30-year AM, non-recourse loan. Okay, if they're talking about fully amortizing, which is pretty common right now, if the Walgreen or CVS has a 20, 25-year lease, we're probably in the 4 3/8 to 5% range for like a 2020 or a 25-year fully amortizing loan. We would probably source that to our life companies, and that would be for Walgreens, CVS, Wal-Mart, Kohl's, your big box investment grade tenants. If we're talking 7-Eleven, Dollar General, Family Dollar, who else? AutoZone, O'Reilly's. Right now, we're offering a 25 to 30-year AM, fixed for 5, 7, or 10 years, and we're probably again in the 4 to 5.25 range. Longer the fixed rate period, higher the rate. Non-recourse is more possible, 50% loan to value or below. Above that, you may have to offer up some recourse, maybe 25, 50, 75%, or 100% recourse on those smaller deals. But if you're at 50% or below, we can offer non-recourse to the client. So again, I go back to, we're really structuring a loan that meets that specific client's needs.
Which is extremely important.
Which is extremely important, to give them the benefits that they're looking for, versus just getting them into any old loan to make a commission is not the right way to do business.
And the fact that you sound organized with that as well is really important.
Oh yeah, I mean 90% of this is keeping the whole process organized so that we can get an approval, if it is approved, and a closing as efficient and effective, and fast track that transaction to benefit not only the buyer borrower but also the seller, because he doesn't want to tie his property up in a process and find out that, you know, he cannot close.
Yeah.
And that's going to give an advantage to the buyer.
Yeah.
As far as getting the property in contract.
Yes, exactly. All right, well, how would someone get a hold of you or contact me with you?
There's a lot of different ways that a client can contact us, or clients. You can call me at 760-479-0800. Again, that number is 760-479-0800. You can email us at marabella@finance.com. We also have Skype if you want to do an online Skype meeting with us. I designed a really good PowerPoint presentation for ICSC that we had on a panel, and I can give you that PowerPoint presentation on all the various different facets of financing a net lease transaction. It's very informative. Just call me and we can set that up through Skype. That's another way we can have an online meeting no matter where you're located. Or we have locations, satellite office in downtown San Diego in the Emerald Building. We have an office in Orange County near Costa Mesa, near the South Coast Plaza, or Beverly Hills on Olympic Boulevard in West Los Angeles. The other way that someone can meet with us, if you're a developer, you're a buyer, you're involved in the net lease space and you need financing, you want to meet with me, we normally attend this ICSC here in San Diego, the Western Division, which is normally in September. We'll be at the next ICSC in Long Beach, I believe that's like February. And then we always attend the national convention for ICSC, the International Convention of Shopping Centers in Las Vegas. That's normally right around May 20th.
Okay.
Or we can come fly and meet you if you want to do it that way. I'll jump on a plane, I'll come and meet you. If you're in contract, ready to go on a loan, we'll come fly to you and meet you wherever you're at. And that's kind of the way we can do it.
Yeah, sounds great. Well, it was great talking to you.
Thanks again, Luciana. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, and call us anytime. Thanks again.
Thank you.